Hey everybody, thanks for stopping in today. I want to talk to you about something that's been a constant in my life every single day. And you hear people talk about their EDCs, their everyday carry. Well, for me, this is it right here. This is my Victorinox Huntsman. And I promise you, every video y'all have ever seen, if this wasn't in my pocket, it was in the waist belt pocket of my backpack. It goes with me every day. And if I ever forget it, Michelle will tell you, I'm worried to death. Where'd my knife go? Where'd my knife go? Luckily, she keeps up with my stuff for me.
Welcome to Blue Collar Backcountry, a channel about hiking, backpacking, gear reviews, and foolishness.
This is my everyday carry. And I have relied on this knife and I have beat this thing to pieces. Today, we're going to give this thing a good uplift. First, let's take a quick look at why I like this knife so much. Y'all can see by these scales on here, I have just beat these things to pieces. And this side here has gotten to the point where it won't even hold the tweezers in anymore. And I have used those tweezers many times. Pull out maybe cactus needles or metal slivers from when I was doing welding and fabricating. And the scale on this side just won't even stay on anymore. So I've ordered not only a new set of scales, but I'm going to do an update on it as well. Let's get this thing cleaned up first. And we're going to take my other Swiss and we're going to pop the scale off this side that's still good. And you can see it looks a little bit cruddy up in there, doesn't it? It's okay, we're going to take care of that right now. First thing we're going to do is we're going to let this soak in this bowl of hot soapy water for a while, kind of loosen all that gunk off. I've just got an old toothbrush and we're going to use that to get down in there and we're going to clean everything up really good. It's needed this for a long time. Okay, here you can see the old scales. And like I said, you can see that I have just dearly beat these to pieces. But this knife gets used. And what we're going to do with our update, we're going to change the color. We're going to change to green. And these handles are equipped for a little bit more stuff. We've got just a straight pin. Like I said, the new tweezers, new toothpick, and check this out. Y'all ever keep field notes when you're out in the woods or out in the desert somewhere? This has got an ink pen that slides right into the handle also. Alright, now we've got everything cleaned up really nice and got down in between all the different layers. And this is what they call a 4-layer Swiss Army. But we've got it all cleaned up. Now it's time to oil. And what I like to do is I like to use a little bit of vegetable oil. And that's just something left over from back when I did a lot of hunting with a compound bow. I used vegetable oil. It worked good and it kept all the smells down. So we're going to work all these things back and forth a little bit, each and every one. Make sure we got plenty of oil in there. Then we're going to wipe it down. We're going to put the scales on. Alright, I decided to go with green scales this time. And these are 91 millimeter scales. And you can see where it's got the little knurled pieces of brass here. Got the indentions in the handle. And this is literally just going to snap on. Now, at the factory, they use a small press these on. We don't have the luxury of having that small press, so we'll just do the best we can. And what we want to look for is a tight seal. Okay, so we got one side tight, the other one's a little loose. We're going to fix that. You can see this is not real scientific. I got an old pipe clamp, furniture clamp we used to call them, and I've got a couple of old paint sticks. We're going to take those paint sticks and put on either side of our handles because we don't want to tear those handles up. And then we're going to put this in our pipe clamp and we're going to compress this. And we're not going to put a ton of pressure on it. All we want to do is just seat those handles in good. That's all we want to do. And I think that's probably plenty good right there. And we're going to look at let's look at it and see what we got. Alright, see, the scales fit in there real nice. No gaps, no daylight. So that's it. We've got new scales. This is getting exciting now. Alright, first thing we're going to do on this side, we're going to get our new pair of tweezers. We'll put our new tweezers in right here. On the flip side, let's raise up that corkscrew first. Those of you that have a Swiss Army, you see that little hole right there in the scale? Well, that's for a straight needle. And that little booger right there is handy for digging out splinters where you can get to them with your tweezers. It's out of the way, you don't notice it. It's great for popping blisters. Alright. Most used tool in my knife. That toothpick, we'll get that in place. And then our ink pen. Now that's a cool upgrade right there. How many times have you ever been out and needed to write with something and didn't have anything to write with? Whether it's field notes or anything else you're doing during the day. So there we go. We've got us a nice, clean, oiled up Swiss Army with some brand new good looking scales on it. Probably the most useful outdoor tool I've ever had. And I love my Swiss. Probably one of my grandsons will wind up with this one of these days. And with a little upgrade and new scales and stuff, these things will just last forever. Y'all, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget, the best thing for your inside is outside. Y'all take care.